Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So I'm super excited because today I am off to Riding Club camp. So I'm taking Smokey for 3 days away, we're staying away, we're camping there. It's going to be really fun, and if you've seen my channel before, you know last year I took Smokey to the same camp and it didn't go too well. We had a few little mishaps. But since then we've had Smokey on Gastro Premier, he's much happier and healthier, so I'm hoping that last year was due to discomfort and the fact we'd not been together that long. We were still, you know, learning to trust each other, whereas this year we're starting off much stronger, so fingers crossed camp this year goes really well. So now I need to head down to the yard and start packing up the horse box. So we're taking my horse box with all like the mucking out gear and everything in it, and then Ellie is going to be taking her horse box with both the horses in. So Ellie's coming with me, of course, and me, her and Brandy and Smokey are going to be spending the 3 days at camp. We've got lots of exciting things happening. Tonight I'm show jumping, tomorrow I have a pole work lesson, and then on Sunday we have Franklin balls, which you'll get to find out what that is later. Hi guys, so I'm now down at the yard, I'm in the box, and I've given Smokey a bath and started getting everything in here. We're actually taking my box to sleep in and to help take some extra things in, like wheelbarrows and things, but I've just started loading it up with sort of the things I need, but we're actually taking Ellie's box to travel the horses in, so I'm still getting used to driving this, so I'm not going to drive it with the horse in yet. So Ellie's dad's going to take their box with Smokey and Brandy in, and then my box is just for putting all the stuff in, and while me and Elle are going to sleep tonight. So I'll show you what we've got in here so far. So this is the back step of my box. So I've got water, a blow up pump thing for the bed, we've got bedding, some spare coats, my body protector that I'll be wearing for jumping later, spare bucket, whips. In here is Smokey's made up feeds, my jods, my long boots that I've just cleaned, my clothes for the weekend, and that's all packed, and then some spare saddle pads that match everything, and then I've got a tripod and a high vis in case we hack out one day. So yeah, we're going to put the wheelbarrows and things in the main bit, which is all cleaned out, ready for us to sleep in tonight if we can work out how we get the partition out. So it's finally time to take the ponies to camp. So Miss Brandy's going on first with Ellie because they obviously have to come everywhere with us nowadays. And Mr. Smokey was so good. He travelled really well on the box. He actually travels better in Ellie's box than he does mine, which is just kind of rude. But we got them to camp and we got them all set up. Now camp is at the same place it was last year, which is nice because it's a familiar environment with the horses. We were here for 3 days last year, so I think that helped Smokey settle that he'd been before. So he didn't have too much time to settle before our first lesson. So our first lesson of camp is with my normal instructor, Tracy Rivett, and today we are doing show jumping. And Smokey has not been in consistent work for quite a few weeks due to personal circumstances that I've had going on with family, and have literally not jumped in properly for months. So I asked to be put in a very small class because my confidence is currently at rock bottom with jumping, just because I haven't done it and I get very nervous when I haven't jumped for a while. However, we're gonna give it a go today. I'm very determined because, as you know, last camp didn't go too well on the jumping side, so we'll see how we get on today.
Good lass. Lovely. Brilliant. Well done. Lovely.
Good lad. So So I have to admit, Smokey was flying. He was really approaching the jumps nicely, and for once he wasn't like stopping, trying to duck out, or particularly looking at anything. He just felt like he just wanted to jump. So this really helped build my confidence.
Good. Lass. Go on, Jay. Bloody hell, Jay, give us half a chance. Lovely, Jay. Clever boy. Good lad. Oh, sorry. Unless you go into the other.
We've both ridden, both have gone really well, which is like unheard of. It's not on my camera, there we go. Yeah, both horses have gone really well, and now we're going to set up camp in Ellie's box. We were meant to be setting up in mine, but I can't undo the stallion partition. It needs some WD-40, so we're setting it up in Ellie's box now. This might be interesting. And here we see our very own Cinderella wearing my merch. No, wearing my sponsor's merch that I've given her.
My wheelbarrow to put all the shit in your roast box. Yeah. What are you doing me in horse box ramps?
Yeah. Yeah. Time flies, eh? Ow! Ow! That hurt! What did you do? Ow!
Did I never do that to you?
No!
See, this is why you grow up with brothers. I don't want a brother. Got
You're bad enough!
Ow. Alright, I'll put my sleeping brush, shall I? Is that it?
It blows up.
It's gonna be off. Look in here, isn't it? Always my fault.
Don't be getting comfy and helping.
You start it off, I'll join in.
Oh, I've heard that before.
She's gonna moan about my pump now.
Well,
You do. Can they even see you? Yeah, they can see you.
the other attachments are getting in the way of my attachments. How did I need this many attachments? Right. Are you ready? Are you steady?
Come on! What are you doing? in the firmness. That's it, give it a squeeze.
Maybe a few more pumps. I think you've got a few more pumps in you.
Oh dear. Mate, if this pops, I'll laugh my head off.
Are you okay? You're doing my head in. Right, I've got an handle here. There we go, pull. Ooh, right, put. Yours looks nicer than mine.
Mine's Harry Potter.
You can't see pump flat. You've got
Oh,
to
that
pull
looks
anyway.
awfully snug, doesn't it?
You're doing my head in. Ta-da! So Ellie and I have just been for food for our tea. So now it's time to give the ponies theirs. Then I'm going to give them a bit of a hand graze, and I'm just putting Smokey's lycra rug on so that he's nice and warm and also nice and clean because he's very white at the moment. So once he's had that, I'll finish zipping him up and we'll have some grass. Clearly starving, aren't we, Smokies? Oh, what looking at? Look at all the boxes. Good boy. And over there we have Ellie and Miss Brandy Boo. So today's gone really well. I'm really pleased with how Smokey jumped. I always forget at camp how quickly it goes, and I kind of forget to film a lot, so my apologies. I've included as much as I possibly can, but now it's time for me and Elle to head to bed and enjoy a night sleeping in the horse box. So this is the face of someone at 6 AM the next morning who has literally spent the night shivering while someone else hogged all the blanket. And that someone else is that mound next to me, known as Ellie. It was the coldest, most horrible night's sleep I have ever had. Definitely not ready for day 2. But ready or not, the ponies need seeing to, so as you can see, Mr. Smokey had a lovely night's sleep apparently. I'm really glad I put his lycra rug on because he had definitely been laid down in the stable, and I'm sure it would have been at Stable Stain Central had I not popped that on. But I thought I'd give him a little bit of the hand graze in the morning and also give him a muck out and give him some hay and just check that he's okay, ready for our session later on. So normally at our camp you'd ride twice on the Saturday because that's the only full day that we're there, but both me and Ellie are just going to ride the one today because both our ponies are pretty unfit. They've not really done much and it's our first outing of the year, so I don't think Smokey could cope with riding 4 times in 3 days. I think he would genuinely collapse. Morning guys, and welcome to day 2 at camp. So I've just got ready, I've just got changed. It was absolutely freezing last night. Me and Elle were so cold in that box. It was horrible. So I think tonight I'm going home because it was far too cold for me to sit in a box. I literally woke up shaking about 3 times. It was not nice. But anyway, we've done the ponies this morning. Smokey's had a bit of grass, I've mucked him out, he's got a hay net. We're not riding till 4 now, but I am going to be watching Elle. She's got a jumping lesson, no, dressage lesson today. So I've got pole work later with Tracy again. Tracy Rivet, who is my normal instructor, which is really nice because she's at camp. But yeah, we're going to go for breakfast now and then we'll see what else we get up to today. But I'm very, very tired. I think I had 3-4 hours sleep. So cold. So the morning basically consisted of watching Ellie do her dressage lesson and being her videographer. Oh, how the tables have turned. And then it was time for lunch before my lesson. Oh, I'm going to get my groom. I'm so tired. So now it's time for me to tack up, and today's colour of the day is purple. So I've got the CT collection attire on in purple, and Smokey's going to be wearing the Lemure Blackcurrant, which actually match really well. And we're both a bit tired today. I didn't get much sleep. Smokey, I don't think got much sleep in the stable either, bless him. So today is a pole work session with my instructor Tracy. We are in a group with 2 other horses, so I do already know that the poles are going to be set at horse length. Obviously Smokey's only got little legs, but he always tries his best, so we'll see how he does.
This is brand new and it's already got mud on it.
How is these cuttings? How you doing? Ooh.
Legend.
So as you can see, Smokey actually really likes pole work. He really thinks about what he's doing, and this is one of the reasons I do so much of it with him, because it gives him something to focus on. Pole work's really great because it helps increase the range of motion of the limbs and joints and engages the hindquarters, so he really has to lift up. And one thing we're working on with Smokey is bringing that head down, and when we do pole work, although he wasn't relaxing today due to the different environment and everything, he does tend to bring his head down and think about everything and kind of actually relax over his back, which is something that's really hard to achieve with Smokes, but he was doing really, really well. As I say, the poles aren't out to his length, so he was really having to lengthen his stride a little bit, which he does struggle with, again, being a small pony, but he did super, and I was really, really proud of him. We started with poles on the ground, then we went to alternative raise, then we went to completely raised, and then last but not least is the zigzag for this exercise. By which point Smokey actually was tiring quite quickly. This was obviously our second day, but he is very unfit, so he was starting to tire on me.
When he recovers, straight short, sit taller. There. But it gets stronger through your core. When you get to that white bit, start your left leg to stop. Get to the right bit, get to the right bit. You'll stop a bit early. Wait till you hit the pump. Now to the right leg. And then go lean, then you lean right.
And then finally it was time for some well-deserved grazing and sunbathing from me, Elle and the ponies. Today was a really fantastic day. We both had really good lessons and the weather was beautiful.
They're my feet. Oh, are my feet in your way? Sorry. Look at them stable stains. I need to put some fly spray on you, mister. David?
So guys, that is the end of day 2 at camp. I look like a tomato. I'm so sunburnt. It was so sunny and lovely today. Had a really great time. Smokey was great once again, so really happy with him. I've come home because camp's only like 20 odd, half an hour from my house, and it was freezing last night, so I'm going to stay at home tonight, and I'll just get up really early in the morning and go see him. So he's all done for the evening. I'm going to go get in the shower and have a really good night's sleep in my own bed. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the vlog so far. And tomorrow we have something very exciting because I'm doing Franklin balls, which is very different to anything I've ever done before. So I'm very excited about that. So we'll see how Mr. Smokey goes tomorrow.
Good morning, little man. Hi. Hi, baby. Maybe giving you loose hay wasn't the best idea. Was it not? I got it, little man. Oh. I've really got a couple of stable stains. That's not too bad. What's the other side like? Oh, we're clean on this side. I'll move that out. Put that out there. We'll get some more water in a minute. Fill this hay now. Okay, so Smokey's got hay and been mucked out. Not that you can see because his big white bum's in the way. I just need to top his water up a little bit, don't we? Yes, yes we do. But Ellie's not here yet, so what I'm going to do is just give Brandy Boop some hay. Get you some more hay. I'm tired. I'm tired, boy. Want some coffee? Have a little coffee? Coffee? Not quite as warm and sunny today, Al. Brandy Boos. Look how clean Brandy is. And then look at Smokey's. With his poops. These poop stains. Your eyebrows are burnt.
So today's session is Franklin balls, which is something me and Smokey have never done before, and the whole purpose of this is to improve on my seat and to stop me from gripping. The Franklin balls give you awareness of where you normally grip and also awareness of your horse's movement. So they work by sort of releasing certain parts, and you'll see that in a moment when we start adding them in. But for now, I'm actually being taught by my physio, Anna, and she's just going to assess where she thinks we need to work on and what we need to do with Smokey today.
So you've not done this before? Yep. Okay, so these just go between your leg and the saddle, okay? And the idea is that they make sure you're not holding anywhere through your thigh, okay? So we start with a low one and a high one. Okay, so you just keep riding like normal. Rising trot's fine. You do feel a little bit unstable when you start going.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's fine, just go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, go through it. And then you think around the problem and then you suddenly realise, oh, actually I don't need my inner thigh to ride, it's absolutely fine. They do feel like the brakes have come off a little bit because they suddenly feel really free.
So to begin with, I've got 2 small red balls, one on my knee and one on my higher thigh on alternate legs. We'll do this on both reins so the balls will be swapped over. And as Anna said, this is to stop me gripping with my knees and just to open up my seat. And actually initially Franklin balls is really weird, like it's literally like nothing else I've ever experienced because you're sat there and you're focusing on the balls, you're not really focusing on what you're doing. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, but I think this will be really good for me and Smokey.
Okay, which ball feels harder? Outside. Okay. Don't be feisty now. It's not tough. Okay, so the ball is going to move forward and backward in the walk, and you're just going to go with it. So don't sit still and don't clamp on. Yeah? Relax. Okay? So just go with it. Okay? Let the ball move your hips backwards and forwards. Just go with it. Okay? Obviously, it's got the sitting trot. Just having a breathe. Okay?
So once we'd used the leg balls on both reins, it was then time for a slightly harder challenge and focusing on something else. So this time we are moving to the peanut. So this is kind of like a big peanut shaped ball that actually sits under your bum. And the idea with this is that you literally bounce with the ball. So whereas we would minimise our bounce normally and want to look like we're stable on the horse, the idea is that I don't grip with my lower leg, that I literally bounce. So I'm going to be sitting trot and wobbling all over the place, which is definitely going to take some getting used to. But in the canter, you use the backwards and forward motion of the ball to help you in the canter, so that should hopefully be a bit easier. And then for an extra bit of a challenge, I've also got 2 arm balls. So what I do to compensate not like having that seat is I've been literally just riding with straight arms. So Anna's using this so that I tuck my arms in after we take the balls away.
Okay.
I need a lot of balls.
And they plug you back in, they loosen you up everywhere, and then they put it all back together in the right way. So then when the balls come away, you're like, oh my god, this is ace. I can ride like a gold medalist. Yeah?
Come on, Valegro.
You gonna have fun?
Oh, it won't be dressage.
Tuck your ball back in. Nightmare.
Sorry, that's on your video, isn't it? Oh, it's fine. And then finally we have what we call the seat belts. So these are 2 sort of like resistance band straps that go across your body alternative ways, and this really pulls you into the seat. So obviously I've been out of my seat on the Peanut and now I'm being dragged into it, so I could really feel my seat bones in this. And the idea of this is that you stay central and that I will feel myself leaning and the bands will pull me back because what I tend to do with Smokey, especially at the minute as we're having issues with his saddle and it unbalances me, is I tend to motorbike, so I tend to lean in on my corners. So this will just help me kind of get pulled back by that alternate resistant band and make me more aware of where I'm actually sat in the seat. And finally, I was given an extra band on my wrist just to help me keep those arms where they need to be. So the resistance band there, just make sure that you're holding your hands out and down.
Keep that pressure on that band. Super.
So guys, that is camp over for another year. Riding Club Camp 2022. Let me know in the comments what you thought. This year went so well and I was so proud of Smokey and myself for everything we did and for actually staying in the saddle this year. I do have lots more exciting videos coming up, including a horse riding holiday, we have badminton horse trials, there's lots coming up, so be sure to subscribe and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!